This is the main entrance. Visiting South Asian section of British Museum, you come to this room where all South Asian countries, including India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, all considered as to be South Asian territories. So moving fast forward, you can see this is a map drawn out here. You can see the first Sultanate which formed here in 1206, Delhi Sultanate, and then after that you have Bengal Sultanate and Mughal dynasty founded in 1526. Of course, after that, British Empire was created, and which ended in 1947. The creation of Pakistan, and India was on the world's map. This is a brief layout. South Asian Gallery at the British Museum in London. Early societies about 1.5 million years ago to 1000 BC. Indus civilization, one of the first urban societies in the history, developed in the fertile valley of the Indus River, Pakistan, and in neighboring areas, northern and western India. This is the early history of subcontinent of India from 1000 BC onward. Gandhara was an ancient province centered on the Peshawar Valley, modern-day northwest Pakistan. It's connected the Silk Route to South Asia and central to Western Asia and beyond. Great Gandhara civilization, part of which spread into Pakistan, northwest frontier as well. Cultural heritage of all corners and all parts of India is a display here. You have to come around and look deeply. This is the alam. At display at British Museum in Southeast Asian cultural heritage. Trade was the center point of all existence all across India, from all directions. From the east came the Chinese, from the west came the Westerners. The coins of Emperor Jahangir in 1617. These are the jade sculptured hookahs of smoking tobacco in an Indian style. Bottom is the gold inlaid, you can see. Of course, this is not real gold here, it's gold plated now. But these are the examples of the luxuries back in the day. This is the riverside scene depicted by the artist during the Mughal era. This is the typical mihrab of a mosque pointing towards Mecca. This is a seal awarded to the British East India Company to start off trading by Shah Alam II. There were many resisting forces against the domination of East India Company, one of which, the famous of which, was Tipu Sultan of Mysore. As we can see, the brief write-up about his presence and cooperation with French, and in the end his demise in 1799. This is a sword belonged to Sultan of Mysore, Tipu Sultan, now at display in the British Museum. Independence partition, diaspora from 1900 till today. This is British in India. As you can see, the studies of South Asia were carried out by British colonial officials, and here is the proof of it. This is the modern introduction of South Asian diaspora in British Museum. This section covers South Asian countries, the starting of imageries, some old cultures, Indian, Buddhism, Hinduism, all kind of antiquities you will find here. You go section by section and discover the important part of historical lesson in this room. Arif visiting today with British Museum, and we have visited various parts starting from South Asia and then East, Middle East region. So Rida, tell me, what is your expression and experience of visiting this monumental place?
It's overwhelming because this is what, my third or fourth visit here in my life, and I think I've seen maybe 10% of it. There's a lot to see. I'm a student of archaeology, so for me every gallery is important, every gallery is interesting, but it's also important to, I think, for me to take breaks between my visits, also to reflect on the legacy of this museum and where everything comes from and how it got here. A lot of it was stolen from the people it originally belongs to, when these places were part of the British colonies. So it's interesting to have that perspective and then see all of this,
I think it's a good effort after all to put it on display.
Yeah,
people come here.
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy about, of course, the history of provenance. That's the process of bringing these things into museums, in any museum in the world. So there's a lot of controversy about that, but I appreciate the way, at least, that they're presented and are available to many people visiting London to see for free.
So your interest in archaeology has been enforced money molds, or
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. This is all of this. I mean, every other thing that I'm seeing over here, and again, I've seen very little. These are all things that I have studied about in a lot of details. I've written papers about these things. So for me, it's always, it's like seeing all of these things live. It's very overwhelming.
Thank you very much.
Amazing. So thank
Having
you
a
for
walk with me
joining
today. Thank you. Bye bye. Greek Bronze Age, 3200 BC to 1100 BC. These are the burial chambers of many of them. Here you can see. Looks like they're bathed up to the mark. This is the Rosetta Stone discovered in 1799. On the top you see the royal court language. In the middle you see the language of the commoners in the Egyptian. And down below you see the Greek language. This is Rosetta Stone. A very attractive point for every visitor to the British Museum. These are the stones, Egyptian times. The bodies used to be buried in those stones.